Hi there, Amira from the School of Rock. I just finished teaching class and I'm creating a super quick video for you to give you ideas as to how to pick out your very first set of zills or finger cymbals. And maybe you have a set and you're like, I don't really like these, and you want to upgrade. So I brought some to show you for you to hear what they sound like. And so that way you can make a better decision because I've purchased a few over the years, you will see, and they're not always so good. So um, if you ever get the opportunity to go to an event, like let's say there's a belly dance workshop and show and there are vendors there, that's going to be your go-to to pick out a set of cymbals because you'll be able to look at them, see like what's the weight like. And then as far as like the sound, I am going to go over that with you. But it sometimes you'll find something in a bookstore, like for instance, this I've had I don't know how many years. I bought this from it's not, a company that's not available anymore, Borders. This might still be available, but there was a little booklet in here and a set of Zills. And I will say there's Zills and Sagat, and I'm going to go over that for you in just a moment. But this set, I have no idea like how much it would be now. Let me see if it was on here. Okay, so $6. So there was this little teeny booklet in here that showed you like, this is how your shoulder shimmy. And then there's also the finger cymbals in here as well for $6 for a little booklet, finger cymbals, it's fine. Um, but I mean, if you're really looking for a higher quality set, that's not where you're gonna wanna start. But if that's all you can find, then start there. Okay. So if you have the opportunity to go to an event, talk to a vendor, see what they have and check it out, firsthand, great. Otherwise, you're probably in this day and age going to have to go online, maybe even Amazon. And so I want to give you some ideas as to what not to look for. Okay. So let me first start with Zills versus Sagat. And what I mean by that is here's another set that I got. This came in, I'm pretty sure this was one of my first sets because I'm pretty sure it came in my Belly Twins box set. So there was this box, had his hip scarf, had a teeny weeny veil, and then finger cymbals. And so the difference is Sagat, they have just one hole right there, as opposed to when you've got, I don't know if you can see, but instead of one hole, there's two slots here, okay? And so the problem with Sagat is that they wiggle wobble all over the place, okay? Whereas when you're playing, I'm just gonna throw these on really quick. When you're playing the Zills with the two slots, they're gonna wiggle a little bit, but nowhere near as much. You're gonna feel that you've got more control, okay? All right, so when you're shopping, try really hard not to buy, and it's not that they're bad or wrong, it's just they're gonna be a lot harder for you, especially if you're first starting out. So try not to get those. And then something else to look for, these are really pretty, this, this pattern, but to be honest with you, a pattern, that's not really what you're looking for because you really want sound, okay? And so these were gifted to me, and so I'm not ungrateful, but they're a little clunky as opposed to, and I'm going to go more into sound in just a little bit, but you really want that ring, okay? So don't get all caught up with a design like this. And like this is one, and this is, you can probably see the two, there you go. You can see the slots a lot better. And this one has a little bit of a design, and that's fine. It's not bad or wrong to have a design. But what I'm saying is don't have a shiny moment. Let's face it, we all love the shiny, right? Don't have a shiny moment and get caught up with, oh, this is a pretty design. Because if you're, you know, you just get a little bit far away and no one can see that design, right? Okay. So, you also want a quality metal. Now I will say, I've got a couple here by Saroyan. This is little itty bitty. Can you hear that, how that ring goes and goes for a while? These are bigger. So the ring goes on for a little bit. Whereas here's this one. It's okay. You know, it's not bad. Here's another. So as long as you're happy with the ring, that's what matters. Let's also talk about size, because you'll see this is smaller. So if you're first starting out and these are Sproyan, had them forever. I have no idea how much I paid for them back in the day. Sorry. But high quality metal, you're going to hear it. Okay. And then over time, when you feel comfortable, you can go with bigger and high quality metal is going to get you a bigger sound. Okay. All right. So, you know, if you're on a budget, get what you can, because you had to start somewhere. But unfortunately, if you go with something that's like this set, a set of 4, only $5. They have the single hole, which is not my favorite, obviously. Not a bad ring. The only drawback to these is, you know, even when they come with the elastic, they're gonna flop around. So you're gonna have to, and I'll do another whole video on how to add your elastic. But if you can, try to get something a little more on the higher end for quality of metal, so that way you've got a better sound to start with. Because if you don't like how they sound, you're not going to want to play them. Okay. So we covered Sagat versus Zills. We've covered the pattern on the Zill itself, the quality of metal, going up in size over time. I got my notes here. Yeah. Okay. So, if you can find a website, last I knew, Saroyan has, they've got it on their website where you can pick out size and sound, and then you can listen to what they sound like. And that's going to help you a lot. And I don't have anything to do with Saroyan. I just really like their Zills. I will say I do have a Suhaila Salampur set that are bigger than these guys. And bigger can be great if you're outside or if you're in a noisy venue, but bigger isn't always better, especially if you're starting out, because you got to build up the dexterity in your fingers and getting used to playing the cymbals. And I'll have a video for that as well. But it's okay to start small. You can always work up. You don't have to spend a lot of money, but if you can spend as much as you can so you get a high quality, because this is something you're going to be using, in classes as well as whenever you're performing. So any questions for me, let me know. I do have my notes here, and what I'm going to do is I'll make that available. So just look down below and then you can read that to go over anything in more detail. So I will see you in the next video. Keep dancing, keep rocking.